Okay, so let's actually just go ahead and talk about it. As everybody does know, everybody should know, I do, aka I did, really enjoy Runeslayer. Runeslayer, especially from levels 1 to 40, is genuinely entertaining. Honestly, I love the format, the gameplay, the progression that Runeslayer brings. And in my opinion, I've made so many different slots and maxed them out, or had maxed them out, because the game was so entertaining within it's not only its gameplay formula but its progression, the way the game works. However, it seems this update, the developers have completely taken away what made Runeslayer fun previously and just completely scrapped that. And it feels like this update is just a last minute attempt in order to make a content expansion, or just for the sake of updating the game. It feels super rushed. It doesn't even feel like I'm playing Runeslayer anymore. And I wish I was over exaggerating, but that's honestly how I feel. Runeslayer had such a good formula. Its mechanic, its gameplay, its progression was already brilliant. Instead of the developers to take what made Runeslayer enjoyable to most people when it initially came out and continue expanding upon what they already have, it's like they threw together some sort of new last minute attempt of making some game. It doesn't feel like it just feels rushed. It feels put together last minute. It just feels thrown in the game. The best way I can make this seem is, remember when we had to wait 6 months for Foyu to finally update Grand Peace Online? And when he did update the game, the update would honestly feel like some rushed, put together piece of slop that has the same reduced, recycled content update that he's been using for previous updates. This is what that feels like. We waited mad long for them to just throw together some slop and call it an update. And I'm sorry, I played the update. I've been trying to see the entertainment value in it. I see what they did with the Tundra, but it was so lazy put together. I feel like things were just slapped on the map, and then they put a frost mechanic in where you could die by frostbite. Is it the only good thing from the Tundra? Is the bosses, and even then it gets a little bit crazy. What the fuck? GPO at Island, that's what I'm thinking. Like, this looks super rushed. Now, instead of me just sitting now complaining about it, let's actually break the update down and see exactly where the developers might have gone wrong. Well, they did go wrong. Let's get straight into this. So you finally reached level 40, and now it's actually time to go into the new content expansion. You start off your journey going through the beach. And the beach, well, honestly, I'm not too sure what the heck this is meant to. Again, it feels like the developers just threw a bunch of trees on a sandy block map, made some huts, and called it a day. Like, there's no intricate map design here. It's like a completely separate instance from the rest of the game. You go inside of Runeslayer, you have Wayshare, you even have like the Goblin Cave, Rat Cave, you have the forest area with the tree house, and then that's connected to the swamp area and the spider cave. Everything is kind of detailed, and then you even have the level 30 area with the beastmen, etc. Everything's kind of well thought out. Even the way the cave with the ghost connects to the top of the beastmen area, and you can loop around that. Everything was actually planned out. It was thought out. The map design was really good. And then you have this beach area that is just plain. It's plain, it's super standard. It feels like a base plate, almost damn near, with some trees, and then you have the coconuts just right next to it. It's not even like you chop down the tree to get the coconuts, or you shake the tree to get the coconuts to fall down. They just lay right there, bro. They just right next to the tree. So that area is genuinely so, it really feels like it was made overnight and just thrown into the game in order to get that commission done. It's like, hey man, I finished the map, slap it in the game. Not an ounce of effort was put into it. Not an ounce of effort. And then they just kind of throw mobs in different sections, and then the mobs there, you have the lobster, you have the frog, you have have the undead skeleton and you have the little crab with the giant coconut shell on top of it. First of all, let's talk about that. The crab with the coconut shell and the skeleton, the pirate skeleton, they don't have any reason to be there. There's no quest. There's no quest in order to defeat those mobs. Like, you don't gain anything in any way, shape, or form for fighting those mobs because there's no NPC that tells you to get rid of them. There's nothing to collect with the materials, or they don't, even if they, I don't even think they have any drop. Like, they just exist. Why isn't there like a pirate NPC put somewhere? You guys are already just slapping NPCs and things on the map. There's not like a pirate NPCs that say these guys like stole my crewmates' soul, or they destroyed our ship. Can you defeat these skeletons for me? There's nothing. There's no way to interact with these NPCs other than to just fight them, so you can swap over the respawns with a different mob. And the same thing goes with the crab with the shell on top. There's literally zero reason to interact with those mobs because they don't actually have any place in the, like, there's not an NPC that tells you don't. Why are they there? There's no NPC that tells you to kill them. There's no quest. Nothing. Even the mission board with the guild quest thing, there's not even a mission that says defeat the skeletons or defeat the crabs with the shell. So what is the point of them being there? No, genuinely, what is the point of them being there? It doesn't make sense, bro. What are the developers, what are they doing, bro? Now, obviously, I think the frog and the lobsters, I think the frogs are probably the most well-designed mob in the whole area, if we're gonna be honest with you. Actually has some decent attack patterns. The design's actually pretty good as well. I can't fault the frogs. So that is what it is, and you interact with them on multiple occasions, not only on the beach island, but when you swim over to the other island that's across the water, you fight them on the island there too. So the rest of the beach area is really just you completing those quests, and then you need to go out to sea in order to fight sharks and hammerhead shark, and obviously those drop materials are gonna need for quest etc. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I see what they did with the concept of needing to tame the shark in order to complete the quest, and then you finally tame the shark, and now you can use the shark in order to traverse the little ocean area. But until you are, I'm pretty sure you need to be like level 44 or level 43, I don't know, until you're actually able to get the quest to tame the hammerhead shark, you actually just have to swim around for no reason. And it's so stupid because for a good hour, if not two, you're actually just paddling along. I don't know if this was included into the game to make the Greninja race relevant in some way, shape, or form, but you're just unnecessarily swimming around trying to find hammerhead sharks and normal sharks. And it's just the whole of the ocean. There's probably like 4 or 5 different spawn points in the whole of the area for sharks and hammerhead. It is just super poor game design. It becomes a chore in order to actually get those quests done instead of it being entertainment. It's like the whole of the previous game design, like even before when the game would give you fetch quests or defeat these guys quests, it wasn't annoying. It didn't feel like you were doing a chore, which is why I wouldn't put it in the category of quote-unquote bandit beater, even though every game really is a bandit beater. But I wouldn't put it in that category because it's an MMO. You're kind of like meant to do things like that. And Runeslayer made it in a way where it wasn't a chore. Like, it was entertaining to fight mob. It's a PvE game. It was entertaining, right? But for some reason in this beach area, especially when it came to the defeating the sharks and the hammerhead sharks and even the whale, before you're able to tame the shark, you're literally just swimming at slower than walk speed or slower than run speed. You're just swimming in the water, whether you're Q dashing or you're using your pet to swim. It's just tedious. It's annoying. It's not fun. It's unentertaining. And I don't know who thought of that, but that is a developer came in my stream, I'm not gonna say which developer, and said, Ags, are you having fun in Swimming Simulator? This isn't like a random developer. It's a developer that's quite known. Are you having fun in Swimming Simulator? Like, obviously I laughed it off, right? Because it's kind of funny. But it's like, that's bad. That's bad. If other people are coming to the game for the first time, or even if it's a random viewer coming, seeing someone playing the game for the first time, and I've spent 30, 40, 50 minutes just swimming in the ocean. Oh, Agz, is this game fun? Are you having fun? Oh, Agz, what's the name of this game? This looks terrible. Agz, why are you still playing the game? It's not a good look. Not for me, but for Rune Slayer. It's a terrible look on Rune Slayer. Do you know how unappealing that is? Having to imagine, oh my gosh, imagine if you made us do some nonsense like this in GPO. People would have probably doxed that guy, bro. Like, it's such bad game design, and I don't know why the developers did this, genuinely. Now, moving on from the swimming, you're finally actually able to start doing the quest to gain the materials. So I'm pretty sure it starts off with gaining the materials from the shark scale, the shark meat, the whale scale. You finally do that, and you're finally able to start the quest to get the key. And then to get the key, the quest is you have to defeat basically every single world boss in the game, which technically is the easiest part of the whole thing, but a lot of people don't like it, especially because Tree Sentinel is actually pretty hard. Tree Sentinel and Dire Bear, honestly, super hard to get spawns for those guys. Having to look inside of the Discord server for people posting when they do spawn, and then even when they do spawn and people put in the Discord server, they fill up quite instantly. So you could be stuck doing this for quite a while. I think the best way to combat that is for the developers to actually have set spawn times for every single world boss, instead of making some of them random, because some of them are randomly spawned and some of them are hourly spawned. There should be set times for every boss, just to make life easier. If you're gonna make people fight bosses, the bosses should not spawn on RNG timing. They should have set spawn. That's just common sense. Please, let's flip things around. Obviously, eventually everyone will get every boss done eventually, because if you made it to this point in the game and you haven't fought every boss in the game, well, I don't know, GG. But yeah, you finally get in the Tundra, and was all the grinding you did worth actually getting into the Tundra for? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. One thing I will commend the devs for is for making the Tundra key like tradable. Like, you can put it in your storage and your other accounts can use it, because if you had to do that quest every single time you want a new slot, wow, that would be completely terrible. Now, the Tundra area is, again, I feel like it's the only part where they did kind of try. The map in the Tundra isn't actually bad, but at the same time, you can see where the low effort was put. The big city, whether the big castle place, where, yeah, this place you're seeing on the screen now, oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so poorly designed. It's so terrible. It's big for no reason. There's not even anything to do there. Usually, if there's a big city in a video, in an MMORPG, you can expect to get a lot of things done there, whether it's crafting materials you wouldn't be able to craft in other cities, seeing vendors and merchants that sell things that you wouldn't be able to get from other places. In Rune Slayer, it's just a giant place you run around for about 10 minutes, and there's a guild place put randomly somewhere. There's a storage place put randomly somewhere. I don't even know if there's an inn. I don't think there's an inn. Because I ran around, I didn't see an inn, and yeah, man, it's just terrible. Like the game, it's just really poorly designed. The Tundra is very poorly designed, and again, it's like all the things that kind of made Rune Slayer just doesn't carry over to the content expansion. Again, the best thing about the update are the new bosses. The whale boss is really interesting. The dragon's really interesting. And the Cyclops is really interesting. And obviously the new mobs are pretty cool too. Some of them. The ones in the Tundra at least. Like the mammoth and the other stuff. But other than that, that's like 1 day's worth of content. And is it even worth grinding for the new gears? This game's PvP isn't... If you honestly play this game for the PvP, you might actually have something cognitively wrong with you. Is it worth grinding the new stuff for? For them to finally bring another content expansion update and for it to be just as bad or if not worse? It felt like I was playing Grand Peace Online again. It was genuinely hard to continue playing. And I'm not... Hey man, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. God save Rune Slayer.